Introduction. The capture of Savannah was a significant battle during the American Revolutionary War, fought on December 29, 1778. It pitted American Patriot militia and Continental Army units against a British invasion force led by Lieutenant Colonel Archibald Campbell. The British successfully captured Savannah, leading to an extended occupation and initiating the British Southern strategy to regain control of the rebellious southern provinces. The British forces, under the command of General Sir Henry Clinton, dispatched Campbell and a 3,100-strong force from New York City to capture Savannah and begin the process of returning Georgia to British control. After landing near Savannah, Campbell assessed the American defenses and decided to attack without waiting for reinforcements. He flanked the American position outside the city, captured a large portion of the American army, and drove the remnants to retreat into South Carolina. Following the victory, Campbell and his troops captured Sunbury and launched an expedition to Augusta. However, Campbell retreated to Savannah soon after, citing insufficient support from Loyalists and Native Americans, as well as the threat of Patriot forces across the Savannah River in South Carolina. The British held off a Franco-American siege in 1779 and remained in control of the city until late in the war. Background. In 1778, following the British defeat at Saratoga and France's entry into the American Revolutionary War, Lord George Germain instructed General Sir Henry Clinton to capture the southern colonies. Clinton organized a force of 3,000 men in New York and sent orders to Brigadier General Augustine Prevost in East Florida to rally the local Creek and Cherokee warriors to assist in operations against Georgia. Clinton's plan began with the capture of Georgia's capital, Savannah. He gave command of the detachment to Lieutenant Colonel Archibald Campbell, who arrived off Tybee Island on December 23. Savannah was defended by units of the Continental Army and Georgia militia companies, with Major General Robert Howe in command. Despite being outnumbered, Howe attempted a defense of Savannah, hoping to last until Major General Benjamin Lincoln's troops arrived. However, he was forced to hold most of his army in reserve until the British actually landed. Battle. Campbell chose Gerardo's Plantation, 2 miles below the city, as the landing site for his troops. Howe sent a company of Continentals to occupy the bluffs above the site when he learned of the landing. Campbell dispatched 2 companies to take control of the bluffs before the majority of his forces could land. The British advanced rapidly with bayonets fixed when the Continentals opened fire, killing 4 and wounding 5. By noon, Campbell had landed his army and proceeded cautiously towards the city. Howe established a line of defense in the shape of an open V, with the ends anchored by swampy woods. Campbell's advance companies spotted Howe's line, and he viewed Howe's defenses as sound. However, a local slave told Campbell about a path through the swamp on Howe's right. Campbell ordered Sir James Baird to take 350 light infantry and 250 New York Loyalists to follow the path. One of Campbell's officers climbed a tree to observe Baird's progress. When they reached position, Campbell ordered the regulars to charge. Howe ordered an immediate retreat, but it rapidly turned into a rout. The light infantry in the Continental rear cut off the road to Augusta, forcing a mad scramble of retreating troops into the city itself. The Georgia soldiers on the right attempted to find a safe crossing of Musgrove Creek, but one did not exist, and many of the troops were taken prisoner. Soldiers who did not immediately surrender were sometimes bayoneted. Colonel Huger managed to form a rearguard to cover the escape of a number of the Continentals. Some of Howe's men managed to escape to the north before the British closed off the city, but others were forced to attempt swimming across Yamacraw Creek. An unknown number drowned in the attempt. Aftermath. During the American Revolutionary War, General Archibald Campbell led a successful British attack on Savannah, Georgia, in December 1778. The attack resulted in significant losses for the American forces, with 83 dead and 11 wounded, while Campbell's forces lost 7 killed and 17 wounded. Campbell took 453 prisoners, and around 30 soldiers drowned during the retreat. General William Howe, who was in charge of the American forces, was heavily criticized for the defeat. Campbell later led a successful occupation of Augusta, but the city was abandoned soon after, and the Georgia backcountry remained under Patriot control. Savannah was used as a base for conducting coastal raids. A French and American siege of Savannah in 1779 failed with significant casualties, and Georgia was formally returned to its royal governor in July 1779. However, British control over the backcountry was not achieved until after the 1780 siege of Charleston. Savannah remained in British hands until July 1782.